Hi everyone, my name is Artur Sierocki, I'm from Poland and I'm recording for you guys spiritual message to the world. On a daily basis I'm working with energies, I'm multidimensional healer and clairvoyant, and this is my channel, The Clock of Life. I also have a company in Poland about spiritual development, parapsychical abilities, psychotronics, parapsychology. I'm trying to investigate the paranormal activities, helping people with different diseases, problems, also the problems about the viruses, what we have today in our planet. And my movie is from also my spiritual guidance messages, sentences, and advice for you, and I will explain you in this video a lot of good and nice things what can happen and what is very important now, because we are in a time of the new cycle, because last cycle was 5 years in our planet. We have 3 different cycles: 5th cycle, 7th cycle, and 11th cycle. And now we will go in the cycle of the 7 years. What I mean about the cycle in this topic is this cycle is connected to our astrology, our universe, our changing energies and the way where planets going. Scientists, they have a proof of that the galactic Andromeda are slowly pulling us and our planet to them closer. So today I will explain you a lot of things what is necessary to understand and very important, especially of these days what we can see and where we are involved, and this mess also, and what I will say, hurricane in metaphysical and physical world. This is the time when our identity needs to recover. We need to again follow the path of the truth. But today spiritually is not the same, is confusing, is separating people inside. Sometimes going right, sometimes going left direction. Is teaching people to run away from them problems and do not accept them fully. That is going to separate them from them soul or them subconscious, and they will this kind of spirituality and ideas or philosophy will make people more confused, and they will go to direction of the mental problems and psychical disorder. So teaching spirituality and coaching or some type of parapsychology is very important, but in the responsible way, doing step by step. Playing with people's mind, fears or psychical parts is not the game, but this game is now on our eyes. We can see this game between people, between the masters of some kind of spirituality, between gurus, between people who wants to help others, but mostly they focusing on them payment to cash out what they can do and how much they can earn from helping others. It's not anything wrong to have to receive money from helping others and make it this part of healing or clairvoyance, for to make it like normal workers do. To help and receive is not a problem, but the problem is the way how people settle down this and how they going with this path between themselves and other peoples. So our identity is very important in these times, especially now. We have a lot of knowledge, we have a lot of information, we have a YouTube, we have a Instagram, we have a Facebook, we have a lot of tools to see another reality, to connect to Metaversum or just the internet, to be online. But sometimes people, if they have too much knowledge, too much information, they will lose them true path. Because in my opinion, and I start working with this topic, spirituality, self-development, spiritual guidance, and the knowledge of the universe, I start when I have 12 years old. But at that time was no internet. Maybe internet just started coming to Poland and to Europe. That was not many computers. There was very price was big. No, not too much people have a computer in a house. And the only way to find the knowledge about spirituality was to go to the library or somehow find people who will teach you this. Go to maybe school of bioenergy practice or some kind of closer to this topic, or find people where they meet and they speak about spirituality, especially older than you, with a lot of experience and where you can learn. I was lucky, I have that kind of help. On my part, I find the people who teach me Tai Chi, Qigong, and they share with me their own knowledge about spirituality, psychical and energy development, healing, and awareness. They guide me on some of the part of my path, individual path. Now is the time when our knowledge from our ancestors is coming, is flowing to our world again. Once again, rituals, the knowledge, the ideas, the information, magnetic fields and energy transition will bring us again the power and knowledge of our ancestors and the people who was born here before, and they create beautiful knowledge, they create beautiful world even without the super high-tech technology. Very important to understand the wisdom of the true spirituality. Tradition, beliefs, our society, even few hundreds or thousand years before we are born, is the time when people need to go back to their own traditions, to separate the knowledge and informations around from outside world and put them to filtration inside you. You need to filtrate this information, these energies from another people, gurus, masters, or different traditions of teachings, energy, and philosophy of life. You need to once again find your own path in this mess of spirituality in this world, or politics, economics, and viruses, information. What is spreading more than the virus, I think, even. Not all of them, or even most of them, can be not really connected to the true what is happening. Some of them they are, and sometimes different countries and different governments they have their own rules. Some of them they will be good for people, some of them they will be not good. They will be business. That's why we are living in the times when we need to separate this knowledge. What is true, what is not, what information is in synchronicity with us, in synergy, what is not. There are the times when we need to focus on our heart, on our insight, our intuition. We need to focus on awakening our spirituality and connection with our soul. Our soul sometimes remembers thousands of years of reincarnations. We have a plenty of knowledge inside of us, even in the stars, because energy from the sun and different planets going with the waves with the informations to us in the planet of Earth. And also we can learn from these waves and learn from this information going from the cosmic idea of life. Not only what we see on YouTube, Facebook, we can learn from the nature, to try to hear the heartbeat of the nature, to try to feel it, small lives of insects, of animals, even the feeling of the living nature itself. Spiritual guidance and our higher awareness have plenty of knowledge, energy, feelings, ideas for us. We need to start to connecting to the spiritual place in metaphysical world, or even our soul, to see, to feel, and to more know. In different schools of spirituality, teachings are organized by masters of guru, or restrictions in spirituality, and they will tell us what we need to feel, what we cannot, what is and what is not the spirituality. We can always listen others, but especially we need to listen ourselves first, our feelings. Then we can truly understand of meaning of the spirituality, and we can learn and we can synergize ourselves with the knowledge of some masters, of people who can really share with us these ideas and them own wisdom. True spirituality is about accepting all of things what is inside us, what we have from the past of our parents and them line of ancestors, what we have in our soul and in our body. Because when we accept that what we have or what we do, we can truly change things. We make and create the bridge between us and our past and even the future. If we will change our ideas or feelings about our past, we can change the future. If we will create the tools or informations enough to change our programs, our thoughts about some things, we can change our perception. If we will change ourselves and we will meditate, we will be close with ourselves also, we will see what we see in our mind, what we feel in our mind, what we know from the space of our mind, and then we will feel what is and what brings our soul to this body. And then when we will practice this enough of long time or enough time, we can see differences between our programmed mind, because this program was in most parts was created by our families, our people around us, countries, history, what we was learning from in the schools, or was what type of ideas or type of behaviors, what type of behaviors we bring from others, what is not really connected to ourselves from our higher awareness or higher self. This is the real and true learning process, because if someone wants to teach another person and this another person is not in a good state of mind of learning and understanding these ideas, these behaviors, these programs, this person will only fit his mind, her mind, focusing too much of the mind and results from the space of the mind. This is very important, because in my Polish YouTube channel I have more than 100 movies with the practice of energy, with my knowledge, with messages, with even prediction of the future, a lot of that kind of stuff. But these movies are not only for watching, they are mostly for the training, and they are mostly to help people to understand properly this concept of spirituality, to learn some things, but not to only satisfy the mind, but mostly connect with them heart and open the mind and themselves for them higher self. Only then they can truly understand my movies, and only then they can truly find themselves. But I understand this is the process. Also me, I'm still learning, I'm still practicing, I'm still experience life from different perspectives. My perception's changing, but that's the life. This is the process. But when we know how to start this process and how to develop this process or understand it, it's easier to go on this path. But sometimes it's a lot of better when people are not going to spirituality. For most people, it's better to start doing what they like, first with themselves, first reading some books, some practicing, before they will meet bigger society or bigger group of people. They will have enough knowledge to separate through information from imagination, conspiration theories. This time is the time to remember, to not forget your dreams and who you really are. And remember that we are also the creators, we create this material world from visual to material shape world around us. Most of the things what we see now, what we feel now when we touch the material world, laptop, tablets, new clothes, new cars, we create that. Even the highest building in our planet. Nature, of course, created itself from start of creating the earth, from the cosmic explosion and the source, God, or we need to start again focus on our privilege to have imagination, because the people in our history who create the electricity, first radio, telephones, phones I mean, and they create a lot of ideas, like from Edison, Einstein, especially Nikola Tesla, Leonardo da Vinci, on them path and the way of consciousness, dreaming, visualization, imagination, they pull from the another dimensions of them soul and cosmic transitions energy, field of the energy, they pull in our world and they transit this information and creation for our better future. Also some kind of medicine, some kind of new features, new ideas, new philosophy, how we can settle down. Even pharmacy, but now this topic is confusing a lot of people with big corporations. So this is the best time to concentrate on our self, or better word will be concentrate on our insights, our feelings, our force field, our power, what is deep inside us. Everyone's have a spark of the life inside of the how can I explain this? Part of the source, part of the creator, the God. We can use it in many directions, this power. But first of all, we need to start to remember that we have this inside us. Of course, these sparks make people be different. Some are on the evil side, some are on the good side, some are confused and they're trying to find their own path. And some of them are lost, or they are just on the beginning of the cycle of them spiritual development or just the spirituality and mind awakening, consciousness awakening. It's different rules in the cosmic universum and different shape of our lessons in life, our creativity, our experience, our destiny. But this time of our planet is the new cycle. The cycle what we need to understand, because our planet and dimension around our planet is very close to the places and different planets, and also in energy level, multidimensional worlds, where plenty of souls are going to the transition to the place between our world, between death and life, and between the future and the past, where they can rest, when they can think and feel what they do in this life, in this incarnation, what they make good, what them choices, what choices was good, what choices was bad, what they will do better, or what they can do for them families, even when they are outside of the living line, of the living society. They are between life and death, because at the moment their bodies are dead, but in a shape of energy they have still time to do some good things, even if they are in multidimensional world for some time. The popular virus or popular problems what we have in our world at the moment, they are also in some part making higher transition between this world and different than the other worlds, where souls will go to make them, to continue them travel, or just to wait for another chance to be in our planet. Our planet is changing, evolving. Even the plans about our destiny they are changing. About this planet, the library of multidimensional multiversum experiments about many races, what I told you about in previous movies. Our body was created from at least 12 different races to make the human organism, to create the super body where different races in their own shape, they can be inside this body with totally different souls, and before maybe different bodies in their own races and places. Some of civilization, they are not living fully material life before. This life, this material human body is also a very nice experiment, because even when the races was totally or mostly separate with languages, different possibilities, weight, height. Also, they was have sometimes other senses to communicate. So in this body, when they incarnate in this life with the soul, but in human body, and they just rebirth themselves here to be normal human with the soul of the sometimes old races, they can share the knowledge and they share feelings, they can experience the life with different races inside this planet, communicate each other with the similar senses, similar connection, using only few languages to communicate around the world. Our planet is changing, is evolving to the place of higher consciousness where will be less troublemakers, souls who can have chance to clean them karma and clean them baggage from the past lives and make the better choices. But also this type of troublemakers, sometimes demons, sometimes very low vibration souls, destroyed part of this world, especially in nature, to put the primitive technology higher than life itself, than health itself, just to create big companies and create sometimes chaos, to have more tools to manipulate people and the countries around them. The plans are changing. The new how can I explain this situation in our planet, even with climate changing, even with volcanoes, even with tsunamis, even with some type of viruses, we will create new age, but not in the apocalyptic way. Slowly, step by step, people will understand the new time is coming, is right here, right now, because this is not the decision some type of big corporation or big some kind of big people who just wanna clean the planet, who just wanna do the big reset. Is nature and the astrology and the multiversum power itself, when people will start to focusing not only more like was before on the medicine, what is outside, the cure, the results, they will start to going to past them knowledge from and the wisdom from ancestors about natural medicine, herbals, rituals, working with energy, meditation, to find cure in the nature of them diseases, problems, not only physical, also metaphysical, mind problems, psychology problems, spiritual problems. They need to understand there are a lot of mechanism outside and medicine sometimes, and also some techniques or interpretation on other people. They can work for some times, because when the circle is coming to the end and next circle is coming to be alive, people will come to them thoughts, them ideas, them emotion, eventuality, and some of them will feel they start life at the beginning in some part of this knowledge. They will feel the reset inside them, and they will feel how many things they do badly, they do not totally good on themselves or other people, and this will be painful. This makes people feel lonely and depressed, a lot of them, because they will understand the time's going on, but them was on the similar place before then and also now. But this is very important. This is not created by some few people in our planet who wants to rule the world. It's created by nature and cosmic universe itself to help our planet grow, rebirth, recovery, and bring from the past the best what we created and what we have inside of us. God give us free natural planet with ancient beings inside on our planet. If you are interested in history of metaphysical world in our planet, spirituality, how the world was created, you probably know that a lot of races was trying to manipulate before people and try to make them they was trying to make people be prisoners of them and use them power to not help them but to be in control of them. Some of gods or some of higher beings was meant to be here to help creator or to help angels, to help higher beings who are protecting this planet, to make this planet better and to help people. But some of them just use this knowledge against people because they ask themselves, what do we need to help people? What do we need serves the people? This can go around. They can serve to us, they can pray to us, they can give everything to us if we only ask. But these plans are changing. The good beings and our ancestors come to the earth in multidimensional, also in incarnation program in human body to help grow this planet. Like history from the Slovakian Celtic people practicing of the shamanism and druid knowledge, like people from Hawaii with the knowledge of Huna. This type of knowledge, this type of wisdom, information will come back to us, and now we can see this not only on YouTube but in real life, how many people are aware what's going now around us, even in religious sacrum places where people was thinking that they are totally clean and people there are totally clean without any mistakes and bad decisions. Now truth is going around and showing us a lot of things about ourselves and other institutions and neighborhoods or friends, families, what is deep inside but what was not clear and sometimes even fake. So from this workshop is very important to understand that deep down in you is the power of materialization and magnetic metaphysical field with information and power to make the change. Not only in your life, but life of others also. I will explain you why. Universe and our solar system is also moving in the circle. So understand the vortex, understand the power of the energy going in a circle or circulate with the speed. Understand this. Frequency, vibration and energy. This is very important. Don't feed only your mind with the knowledge, with the news, what you bring from other people, or you hear, or you felt, or you experienced on YouTube or some books. Don't feed only your mind. Try to read things, hear things when you are on higher vibration, when your mind is clean, when you are close to the state, at least deep relaxation, because then you have more opportunities to clean your mind and connect what is important for now for you. People need to start going to the state of the mind when they was know a little, but they was felt more. Because when they was connected to the soul, also having possibility like now to read, to see, to hear a lot of informations and news and teachings about energy and the universe, they also will not lose their own connection. The connection is most important because plenty of this knowledge will be not understand properly without this inside connection. This connection will protect you from the fake wisdom and keep you with the light on your path and help you when you will have important decision on your road. I believe in the power of the universe and single soul on this planet. I believe even when the tsunami coming or the rocket is flying or people wants to make the war to happen, we have so much power inside us and inside the souls that even when we concentrate on that, even when we meditate, even when we join to the meditation of peace in our planet, we can have a so strong field to not only wake up others and make them know more and better, but also sending the message through the world, through mass consciousness. And because of our impulse, because of our thoughts, because of our aura, even very bad people can change their decision, or some things will happen in these places what will stop this conflict. In my life, I have a many experience where something's broke, or something stopped, or something didn't happen in the last seconds. And I will try to, in the next movies, also give you some example of that. But the most part of this video will be now to understand. Our thoughts and our aura create reality around us. Even when we can create something in our mind, this example happen a lot. Even now, if you will have an idea and somehow you will connect to mass consciousness and you have an idea or you create idea, like you will create different shape of television or different shape of the lamp or other product or knowledge to doing something, and you will spread this energy or you will send to the world this idea, and you will not create this idea, just send in your mind, not even on internet, just in your force field. One day, after a few weeks, even after a few months, you can see on internet or you can see on television sometimes that someone created this idea. Make it happen. And the world is existing like that from plenty of years, thousands of years. Not always people who have idea, they have a power, they have a character, they have a strong will and discipline to progress with them, information in school, knowledge, degrees, to create this idea, to make it happen on the material world. A lot of people have a power to create on the visualize, on the energy model, on the imagination, and write to the paper, but not many people have a power, knowledge, and possibility to create this in material world, because we need to change our thinking, we need to have a discipline, we need to have a power of will, and going step by step. We need to have a business plan to doing that. So the first thing is to understand the power what is inside us, and do experiments that you trying to focus on someone or focus on something with good vibration and your imagination, and you will try to observe what is happening around you when you're thinking about that, and when you're just sending to your aura or around you this idea, and just watch what will happen. Watch what will happen if you meditate and be better, more positive vibration, and be more open with your heart to the people, even what you don't know, like to the every animals, what you see around you. Then check what is changing in your life, what is happening, what type of people you are pulling to your life, what type of people you are pushing without even your intention, what type of situation, what type of behavior you see in yourself when you are changing and progressing your aura, your vibrations, your ideas, and see what other people doing around you, how they behave, when they will felt your aura, when you felt your mind energy also. Sometimes our aura and energy field can have a few meter power, but some of us and some of this work energy and spiritual energy can have kilometers or miles of energy influence. When you hear the stop when I recording, that's mean I trying to translate some words to make this video be more understandable and make it my video happen for you. Influence. Try to calm yourself in these crazy times and try to connect to the advice, higher advice and examples, ideas, knowledge, philosophy, or even ideas for medicine for yourself and other people to make them lives be better. Don't focus on the fear almost or all the time. Just understand what problems are around you. Fear is needed sometimes, but properly understanding what is fear is important. Fear can be energy of alarming you or others, but going inside and connecting to multiply this fear or extend it is wrong way. But sometimes people need to go very deep to the fear to understand that this fear is not logic, is fake in many ways, is multiply for some other reasons. In our planet we have before few imperators and people who was trying to be the guru and who was trying to on their own philosophy rule the world. But this didn't happen. Some things stopped them, even from the metaphysical, not physical world. That is also advice to you. When you listen that, check the history, check the situation when we was close very close to the big changes, the very bad ones. But sometimes 1 second make a difference, one smile, one good idea. Our immune system also is a lot of going in immune system these days, not only astrology, the different viruses, situations changing the planet. We also are on the influence from the planet and our immune system. And what we can do better for our immune system and our physical body? First of all, understand the power of the fresh food. I don't tell you that you need to be vegetarian, vegan. I just tell you that it's very important to understand what we really eating. And what we really eating that will make our body and create our body in the way what is inside this food and this stuff what we every day using. Even some cosmetics, even the cream like a hand cream or face cream. This type of things are make it our life changing bit by bit, step by step every day. So now it's better to concentrate on natural medicine and changing our diet or changing way of our life, especially in countries like USA or some other places in Europe, when the food can stay a few years even in the same shape will be not totally expired, but not using the pyramid technology but using the conservants, using the chemical. And what I want to tell you at the end of this video, to remember you have a power to change. Even World of Dreams is didn't appreciate that much in these days, but was the place where we can connect our ancestors, spiritual guidance, and we can bring to our world even ideas, examples, and even energy to make our lives better and others. Just remember that you can make the change and your soul have enough power to move the world and to move other people. So have a nice day, and I hope this video supports you, give you a lot of good energy and help you to focus what is really matter these days. Bye bye.